What if I told you two teenage giants once imprisoned the god of war and almost brought down Zeus himself? And you've probably never even heard their names. Asterisk, welcome, seekers of the strange and the mythic, and this is Myth or Real, the channel where legends breathe again. If you're into ancient gods, cursed kings, savage beasts, and forgotten warriors, you've just stumbled upon your new favorite place on YouTube. So sit back, hit that like button, it helps more than you know and costs absolutely nothing. And subscribe to never miss a tale torn from the pages of eternity. They were twins born of chaos and arrogance, the Aloades, towering giants who defied the heavens themselves and very nearly brought Olympus crashing down. Long ago, before the great epics were sung and temples kissed the clouds, there was a queen of Thessaly named Ephialtes. Though married to King Aloadae, her heart yearned for a power far beyond mortal reach. She would walk to the sea each day, wading into the waves, calling out to the mighty god Poseidon. Whether by divine will or a mortal's madness, Poseidon heard her prayers and answered. From their union were born two colossal sons, Otus and Ephialtes, known collectively as the Aloadae. Though Aloadae raised them as his own, the twins carried the blood of the sea god, and with it, a hunger for conquest and immortality. Unlike other children, Otus and Ephialtes grew not by years, but by months. By the time they were 9, they stood nearly 50 feet tall. Their voices shook the mountains. Their steps carved valleys into the earth. And their pride, greater still, they were no simple brutes. They were clever, charismatic, and utterly fearless. They scorned Olympus and declared that they would one day storm it, not merely to rule it, but to remake it. Otus desired Hera, queen of the gods, as his wife. Ephialtes, in his boldness, laid claim to Artemis, the virgin huntress. Not even Zeus himself was off limits. Imagine that, not just challenging the gods, but claiming them as brides. That's not just rebellion, that's insanity or destiny. To reach Olympus, the Aloadae began building, not palaces, mountains. They stacked Mount Ossa atop Mount Olympus, then piled Mount Pelion above them both. A cosmic tower, a stairway to the gods. And as the giants climbed, the heavens trembled. The gods, for the first time since the Titanomachy, knew fear. Zeus raised his thunderbolts, ready to strike. But Poseidon, their father, pleaded with him. "They are my sons," he said. "Spare them. They are young, misguided, but there is greatness in them." Zeus, reluctantly, held back that it would prove a costly mistake. The war that almost was the Aloadae ravaged the lands. They captured Ares, god of war himself, and imprisoned him in a bronze jar for 13 months. Not a metaphor, a literal jar. Even the god of battle was powerless before them. They torched forests, drained rivers, and threatened the very fabric of nature. And yet, they were not evil. Arrogant? Absolutely. But many mortals began to worship them. They punished corrupt kings. They ended sacrifices. Some even claimed they wanted to replace the gods not for power, but for justice. But justice without wisdom becomes just another name for destruction. The downfall, Artemis tricked the gods knew they could not win by brute force. So they turned to guile. Artemis, beautiful and deadly, took the stage. She appeared before the twins in the woods, glowing, ethereal, untouchable. Both brothers lunged to seize her, each wanting to claim her hand. In an instant, Artemis vanished, and where she had stood, there now ran a snow-white stag. The brothers, thinking the other was trying to steal the prize, knocked their arrows and fired. Each struck true. Each pierced the heart of his own brother, and thus, in a cruel twist of fate, the twins who had challenged Olympus destroyed each other. They had lifted mountains, only to fall by their own hands. Some stories end there, but others whisper of the Aloadae's souls wandering the afterlife, not in Tartarus, the prison of the damned, but in the asphodel meadows, where neither glory nor punishment reign, a quiet purgatory for those who were almost something greater. And yet, some scholars believe the story of the Aloadae was meant to warn future generations that unchecked ambition, even when noble, can lead to ruin. Others say it was a political allegory, a mythic echo of rebellious kings crushed by order. And here's a detail most don't know. in some Orphic traditions. Otus and Ephialtes weren't just brute giants. They were cosmic beings, symbolic of the moon and sun, or of chaos and order, duality, balance. And when they died, some say the world needed it to restore harmony. Their legacy today, their names are almost forgotten. No temples, no festivals, no cults. But they were among the few who truly dared to challenge Olympus. Not with trickery like Prometheus, not in fury like the Titans, but with raw strength, strategy, and the courage to say, the gods are not eternal. And for that, they remain unforgettable. If you enjoyed that tale, the rise and fall of the Aloades, hit that like button. Seriously, it helps more than you think, and it costs you nothing. Just a click for the algorithm gods. And subscribe for more cinematic deep dives into ancient myths, forgotten monsters, and the secrets of the past. Let me know in the comments. Who's your favorite mythic character? Kings, warriors, demons, angels, dragons, or maybe even rebels like the Aloadae? Until next time, remember, myths are never just stories. They are mirrors. They are warnings. They are legends.